Chapter 6. The Inner Voice That Programs Success. Success isn't just strategy. It's a conversation, one that happens in your head every day, every hour, every minute. In the previous chapter, we explored the daily habits that build a successful mental operating system. Now it's time to go deeper, right into the core of that system, because behind every action, every decision, every belief, lives the one who runs the show, invisible but powerful, always commenting, always interpreting. That voice is your inner narrator, inner voice. Friend, foe, or programmer. Let's be honest, most people never stop to question the voice in their heads. They hear it, they believe it, not realizing that voice might be a childhood belief implanted by someone else, a fear fed by failure, a borrowed voice that sounds like yours but isn't. I was shocked the first time I realized this. For years, my inner voice echoed a school teacher who once said, "Not everyone succeeds, and maybe you won't either." When I saw it for what it was, I made a decision. If this voice isn't mine, I'm replacing it with one that serves me, not sabotages me. Inner monologue, mental code. Your inner voice isn't just a stream of thoughts. It's the narrator of everything you experience. It's the interpreter, and how it interprets becomes how you live. Examples. Inner voice of scarcity. Here we go again. You'll never figure it out. Inner voice of abundance. Interesting. What can I learn from this setback? Same situation. Two voices. Two completely different realities. How to reprogram your inner voice. 1. Observe. Start noticing your inner talk. Catch thoughts like, "This won't work. I'm not ready. This is too risky." That's raw code. Still editable. 2. Question it. Ask yourself, who told me this? Is this even true? Is it helping me move forward? In 90% of cases, it's not your voice. It's a program you never chose. 3. Create a new voice. Write down 5 new phrases you want to hear from yourself every day. I'm the one who creates my own path. I'm capable of far more than I think. I'm a player, not a spectator. Write them, read them, repeat them daily. Your brain will get used to them, and eventually believe them. 4. Hear your voice. I created my own mental soundtrack. Literally, I recorded my affirmations and beliefs on my phone. Now I listen to them in the car, while running, or before big decisions. That's my inner army. The millionaire's voice is a voice of choice. Successful people don't have magic thoughts. They choose the voice that drives them forward. Everyone's mind is tuned into a mental radio station. But millionaires, they know how to change the frequency. You can take ownership of your thinking. That's not philosophy, it's technology. If your inner voice is constantly undermining your confidence, it's not your ally. Audit it. Replace it. Build an inner voice that sounds like success, growth, and your highest self. Conclusion. Your inner voice is the most powerful tool in your success operating system. You don't see it, but it programs every decision, every action, every belief. And right now you have a choice. Let the voice of your past run your future, or create a new inner dialogue that leaves no room for doubt, fear, or someone else's narrative. Your inner language is your inner leadership. How to talk to yourself to boost confidence and performance. We've already discussed your inner voice as a tool for programming your thinking. Now I invite you to go even deeper, to master the language you use with yourself so you can become more confident, powerful, and effective. Because in the end, it's not what others say about you that matters, it's what you say to yourself. How often, and with what emotion? I've learned one powerful truth. My results are directly tied to my self-talk. When I allowed self-doubt, I stumbled. When I lifted myself up with words, I won. The language of confidence is a skill, not a gift. Have you ever noticed how differently people respond to challenges? One says, "I'm not sure I can do this." Another says, "This is a new level. I'll figure it out." Neither of them has achieved anything yet, but one is already programming his system for failure, the other for growth. Confidence doesn't appear by accident. It is cultivated through intentional, consistent, and precise self-suggestion. The rules of confident self-talk. 1. Talk to yourself like you would to your best friend. For years, I spoke to myself like a harsh critic, until one day, I asked, if this were my closest friend, would I speak to them this way? The answer was no. From that day forward, I began speaking to myself with encouragement, not condemnation. 2. Replace "I can't" with "I'm learning." For example, instead of saying, "I'm not good at public speaking," say, "I'm learning to speak with confidence, and I'm improving every time." 3. Start your day with phrases of power. Every morning I repeat, "I shape my reality. I don't adapt to it. I'm someone who finds solutions. I'm a top-tier player." These aren't just phrases, they're states of being. 4. Turn negativity into constructive challenge. Instead of saying, "This is hard," say, "This is a challenge," which means I'll grow from it. Technique, 90 seconds of power. This is one of my favorite rituals. Every morning, right after waking up, I close my eyes and for 90 seconds, I speak out loud or silently who I am, why I'm strong, what I'll accomplish today, what I believe in, who I'm becoming. These 90 seconds are like booting up your internal operating system. They set your mood, momentum, and mental focus. Try it tomorrow, and you'll be amazed how differently your day begins to sound. What does a millionaire say to himself? Millionaires aren't perfect, but they have one thing in common. They talk to themselves as if they've already succeeded. Their inner dialogue sounds like this: I manage my energy and decisions. I deserve big outcomes. Every day is an investment in my future. Even when chaos surrounds them, they reprogram their state with confident words. Conclusion: if you want to live like a winner, start speaking to yourself like a winner. Conclusion: if you want to live like a winner, start speaking to yourself like a winner. Your inner dialogue is the foundation of your confidence, your focus, your action. These aren't magical affirmations. They are instructions for your subconscious, the part of you that drives your reactions, your choices, and your outcomes. Because your subconscious is always listening, and it always follows what you believe and repeat. Say to yourself today, I am worthy of more, and I'm going to create it. Rewriting your inner script. Inside each of us lives an invisible screenwriter. Quietly, they shape how we react to the world, what decisions we make, which opportunities we ignore, and which ones we claim as ours. And the most important part, this screenwriter follows a script we didn't write ourselves. For years, I lived by a script I never signed. It said, be humble, don't stand out, money isn't for people like you, don't move too fast, people don't like it when someone rises above. That wasn't my voice. It was a recording from childhood, from school, from my environment, from movies, from the collective mindset where success was seen as suspicious or not for us. But I realized, if I don't rewrite the script, I'll end up living someone else's story. What is an inner script? It's a deep, often unconscious narrative we tell ourselves about ourselves. A story about who I am, what I'm allowed to have, how much I'm meant to earn, whether I deserve happiness, if I'm worthy of recognition or wealth. Your inner script isn't just a belief. It's a framework that shapes how you interpret life. How to identify your script? Ask yourself these questions right now. 1. What do I believe about success? Is it hard? Dangerous? Not for people like me? 2. What do I believe about money? Is it corrupting? Scarce? Unimportant? 3. How do I feel when I imagine myself as wealthy? Do I feel resistance, fear, guilt? If you feel tension, doubt, or discomfort, congratulations, you've just uncovered a few lines from your inner script. How to rewrite the script. 1. Say the old story out loud. True power starts with truth. Write down everything you currently believe, even if it's painful, even if it's embarrassing. That's the code of your old program. 2. Ask the key question. Where did this come from? Whose belief is this? Your grandmother's, a teacher's, an ex-partner's, society's? Did you consciously choose to believe it? 99% of the time, the answer is no, which leads to the next question. Do I still want to live by a script I never chose? 3. Write a new script, consciously. This is where the real transformation begins. One day, I sat down and wrote, I am a creator, not a victim, not an observer. I have the right to desire. I have the right to receive. My success is not a threat. It's a light I share with others. I read this script every day. I made it part of my identity. I replaced old lines, one by one, with new ones. Not instantly, not effortlessly, but slowly. The script changed, and with it, my life. Practice your new life script. Sit in silence. Close your eyes. Imagine you're sitting in a movie theater. On the screen plays the movie of your life. Ask yourself, who is the main character? What challenges do they face? How do they speak to themselves? What decisions do they make? How does the story end? Now, take a pen and rewrite that script. One filled with strength, with freedom, with wealth. One that's worthy of you. Conclusion: successful people don't have perfect backstories, but they've rewritten their scripts. They don't wait for the world to allow them to become someone. They become that someone, first on the inside, then on the outside. Your mindset is not a sentence, it's a story, and every story can be rewritten. And right now is the best moment to begin.